The fire at the house in Bower Lane broke out around 8 o'clock this morning. The street was busy at the time, with children making their way to school, with many having to stop as the flames burst out towards the road. There were fears when the fire crews turned up that the family was still stuck inside the fire as it broke out early this morning, but they were out on the school run and only found out what happened to their home when they returned to see it completely engulfed in flames.
The fire spread was very quick within inside the property. It's almost open plan, and our priority was the search and rescue to make sure nobody was inside. So whilst the incident was running for a quarter of an hour, 15 minutes before we fully extinguished the fire damage is quite significant inside, but thankfully contained. It's an end of terrace. We stopped it spreading to the adjoining property, and there's very little damage to the property next door.
Whilst the family escaped any danger, sadly their new puppy had died in the fire.
We've spoken to the occupier. She's obviously distraught that the family pet has died in the incident, and being so close to Christmas, there's an awful lot to get your head round. But we're trying our best to get the everything as normal as possible for her. So her next steps with her accommodation and engagement with insurance companies.
The fire service can't say for certain how it started, but do know that it was accidental.
From an indicative point of view, it may well be an electrical incident, but we're not at the point to say for certain. We certainly have done no forensic analysis at this point. We've got some fire investigators here, just really for the family to understand more about maybe how the fire started, but there's certainly no malicious cause, and at the moment nothing to indicate there was any huge problems that caused the fire. It was maybe something accidental.
Just an hour later, another dog died in a fire in Gravesend, but for the family in Maidstone, Kent Fire and Rescue will now be working with them to put them up in temporary accommodation as they come to terms with losing everything just weeks before Christmas. Harry Pete for KMTV in Maidstone.